Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 16th to the 30th, 2025 reading for you. Now, if you are interested in a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below, and I look forward to reading for you. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, I love that. The Two of Cups at the heart of it all. Okay. Challenge is the Eight of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords, the Page of Wands, angels, and spirit guides, show me clearly. Judgment. The Six of Cups, Four of Wands, the Two of Wands, angels, and spirit guides. The Ace of Pentacles. And we have the Nine of Swords, and we have the Death card. Okay. So I know what you're thinking, probably right now. You're looking at this and saying, I don't like the Nine of Swords being the end, but you're climbing out of a nightmare. You're climbing out of a time that was really hard, really overwhelming, and really intense. So honor that within yourself. You've been through a difficult part of your story, a difficult part of your time here on this earthly plane, and now it's time to move forward. You're going to see that transformation, the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new coming forward. You're also going to see very strong Scorpio energy around you, time frame October 23rd to November 21st. So that is a good thing. You're going to be led forward in a very powerful way, a very powerful way. Now, at the heart for you during this time, Gemini, Two of Cups, healing, beautiful love. So there is this sense of peace, of love, of connection. This is my minor arcana lovers card. And why that's important, especially for you, Gemini, is because you're represented by the lovers in the major arcana. So the minor arcana lovers card is the essence of you coming forward, but on a bit of a softer scale, a bit of a gentler scale. So the duality of Gemini is coming forward in love and healing and peace, but also the energy around you during this time is one of healing, is one of love, is one of connection, is one of, kind of finding your footing forward and finding your way to what it is that you truly desire, you truly love, and you truly need. You can also find that your relationships are being strengthened during this time, and you can find that if you are looking to fall in love, you fall in love. So that is absolutely spectacular. Now, the Eight of Wands is the challenge, and the challenge is that everything is moving really, really quickly, and it's going to go from extremes. It's going to feel like the end of September happens in a blink of an eye, and some days are going to feel absolutely eternal. So do be mindful about this during this time, where it's like everything is stressful and chaotic and overwhelming, and then everything is boring and it's taking for absolute ever. So do be aware of this, that it's going to be feast or famine, feast or famine. So it can be frustrating, Gemini. We don't usually like it that way, but just knowing that that's what's to come and to be prepared for it, that's going to be very important. It moves us to the gift of the Ace of Swords as the energy that we are stepping into and needing to focus on. And that's really spectacular because we are ruled by the swords in the minor arcana. So we are being given a gift from God, source, spirit, however you see the divine, the universe. And you are embracing your voice, you are embracing your mind, you are clever, you are determined, you are focused, you are really on top of your game during this time. And that is spectacular for you. You're cutting through doubts, fears, negativities, hurts, pains, disappointments. You know what it is that you want. There's clarity of mind. There's clarity of determination. There's clarity of spirit moving you forward. And the door is opening really, really powerfully for you, really openly. Not openly. The door is opening openly, but that doesn't make sense. The door is opening honestly. It's opening without hesitation, because what you're going to see is that the sword is like a key and you're turning the lock, you're moving yourself forward. It moves us then to the energy that is now leaving, and that is the Page of Wands. Now, this could be a fire sign energy, an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius, that was very prominent, in our lives for a period of time, or that was very prominent and now they're not as prominent. They can still be, important in our lives. So that could be it. But this is also a time where we had to learn what we were passionate about. We had to learn what we wanted. And we could have been asking a lot of questions. Where do I want to be? What do I want to do? How do I move forward? We could have also been like at the brink of walking away from something that is absolutely sacred to our being, our souls, and ourselves. So just being aware of this during this time, there was a lot that we were learning about the fire that gets us out of bed in the morning, the passion of our souls, the passion of ourselves, and really connecting with what we want and rekindling that spark of existence again within ourselves. Because Gemini, that's what life is all about. It moves us then to our strength. And this is judgment. This is the awakening of our spirit. This is the awakening of ourselves. The strength is that a part of us has been slumbering, and now it is coming out of slumber. Now we are coming out of slumber. And it feels like we have a new lease on life, a new, way forward, new idea to where it is that we want to be, how it is that we want to be, what it is that we desire from ourselves and for ourselves. So we are awakening to a greater power within us. We are also going to see that our angels and our spirit guides are really cheering us on, wanting us to move forward. We're going to hear the call, meaning that there's a passion in our hearts, in our souls, that is opening up the door. Now, our near future is the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is this time where we can be rather nostalgic. We can be really thinking about the past. And it can be in a melancholy way, but it doesn't have to be. It can be in a very beautiful way. You can be taking the very best things from your past and saying, this is what I'm building my life off of. This is what I want. This is how I'm moving forward for me. And you're coming back into alignment with where you truly want to be, with what you truly desire for yourself, what you're seeking and looking for. And Spirit is saying here, be mindful of the melancholy, because it can be a real thing with the Six of Cups. But there is also this deeper sense of, I am shrouding myself in all the beautiful memories, in all the beautiful connections that I made in my journey on this earthly plane, and that I am making in my journey on this earthly plane. And I am seeing myself evolve and move forward and transform in the most exquisite of ways. And it brings us then to the advice. And the advice is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. The Four of Wands is the big celebrations. It's the getting married. It's the moving house. It's the new job. It's, births and everything, everything. But how many times do we have the big celebrations? They're few and far between. These are the celebrations of the Four of Wands. They're the smaller celebrations as well. They're the little celebrations of life that Spirit is saying, do not lose sight of. Do not forget. Celebrate your existence. Celebrate getting out of bed each morning. Celebrate your joy for you, or waking up each morning if getting out of bed is sometimes too much. Look at your life and start to celebrate, because you're changing the energy sphere around you. You're seeing yourself again. You're embracing joy. Also, embrace connecting with people. That's going to be really, really important, whether you do it face-to-face or online. It doesn't matter. I do like face-to-face a lot better, because the energy is a lot easier to connect with. So here, celebrate, connect. It's time to have fun. It's time to let in the joy of existence. The environment that you're in is doors opening. I'm hearing portals open, new ways forward. And that's going to be exciting for you. It's like, oh, I can do this. I can move this way. I can have this experience. I've got this. So there's a sense of an adventure. There's a sense of newness. There's a sense of even travel during this time. So being aware of this, but also being aware that you're opening up doors. You're learning new things. You're asking deeper questions. You're seeing yourself step into a new world, or step into a world you've always wanted to be in. And it brings us then to the hopes and the fears. Now, it does have a lot to do with money. The Pentacles are about money. And I know people say, oh, that's the most base, but money is important. You don't have money, and you realize how important money is. So this is a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, prosperity, success, bounty, abundance. And so here, with the Ace of Pentacles, you have abundance coming your way. You are again walking here through that archway, gate, to your destiny. You're walking through that portal to what it is that you truly desire, where it is that you want to be. You also have the puppies here, which means that your dreams are going to be very, very rich. And as your dreams are inspiring you, guiding you, bringing insight to you, you're going to see yourself moving forward in a more confident way. But also you're going to see that certain decisions you are going to make in your dreams. It's like, oh, I've come to that conclusion. I understand this. And now you're coming out of that nightmare. Now, people might not have known that you were in such a tough time, right? Because I always see this card as people seeing you as the carving on the bed. People seeing you as this person, all done up, all pretty, all perfect. And you see yourself as the person with their head in the hands in their bed, just worried and overwhelmed. You can't sleep. You are either stress eating or not eating, depending on how it goes. And you are overwhelmed. Now, I was told by one of my tarot teachers that the swords here is a ladder. And it's a painful ladder, but it's a ladder. And what I see more and more with the 9 of Swords is that we walk through a nightmare and we climb the ladder of our consciousness, but we face our fears, we face our doubts. And it is not a comfortable ladder to ascend from, but it is a necessary ladder as we ascend into a deeper consciousness of self and a deeper sense of what we want. There's a solidifying of what you desire and where you want to be. And there's a deeper knowing of who it is that you are. And it moves us then to the Death card, which, people find scary. And it's transformation. It is dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new. It doesn't mean that, doom and gloom is coming. It is that connection with the spirit world. It is that connection with deeper insight, moving you forward. White dogs with red ears in Celtic tradition, which these cards are based off of Celtic tradition, they are seen as links to the spirit world. So here you have the spirit world leading you forward. You have spirit leading you forward. There is more knowledge guiding you than you could ever be aware of. And as you are embracing the knowledge of transformation, and as you are seeing yourself transform, like the phases of the moon transform every single month, there is deeper knowledge, deeper knowing guiding you forward. There's a sense of clarity coming over you, Gemini. And it is a clarity that is a bit secretive. And Gemini, I myself am a Gemini, and we tend to be a little bit secretive. We don't mean to be. And people will say, oh, you're secretive. And it's like, well, I'm not meaning to be. It's just you didn't ask the right question. People look at you like you're a petulant child. And it's like, no, I'm not. I'm sorry. But here, Scorpio energy keeps secrets. So if you have Scorpio in your chart, if you have Scorpio in your life, there is a sense of really keeping secret or sacred, what it is that you deeply want for yourself and how it is that you're moving forward. And it's connected to your past, your childhood. So if you have past loved ones who are Scorpio energy, they're coming through quite strongly here. So just know that you are moving forward, deeply blessed and deeply connected. It moves you then to the spirit message, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. And we have 2. So we have mindful right here, and we have soulful. So we need our minds to be full and our souls to be full. This is a time of enriching our minds, enriching our souls, enriching ourselves as we move forward. It brings us to our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And we have that enrichment coming from the Ace of Swords, from that gift of passion and creativity, angels and spirit guides. We have 2 here as well. So we are quite blessed. We have love and we have truth. Now, we love truth. Yes, we do. We do. That's very much a Gemini thing. We love truth. We love questions. We love knowledge. We love understanding. This is the heart chakra and the throat chakra. Embracing our heart, embracing our throat, embracing our voice, and embracing our emotions are going to be very, very important for us. Embracing our love of spirit and our love of self is going to be important. It moves us to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly. This is the Princess of Wands. Very interestingly enough, the Princess of Wands in this Druid craft deck are the same as the Page of Wands in the Rider in the Llewellyn Tarot deck. So the Princess of Wands brings with her, like, there's a naivety, there's a youngness, but I always see when the princess comes up as somebody to be mindful of. It's one of those mean girls, like one of the people who's like, just is a bit of a bully, right? But a manipulative bully. And yet we have this energy also moving away. So it can be that we're coming out of a very manipulative time, and we had to learn our fire and our passion, but there's still something around that energy that we are transforming from, that we are finding our footing around. And it moves us then to our subconscious spirit message. And this is relax. Subconsciously, we're breathing out. Subconsciously, a weight has been lifted off of our shoulders. It's like a puzzle piece came into place. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, chakra message. And this is life purpose, because why would it be small? The life purpose is our throat chakra. We are embracing our voice. We are embracing our mind. And we are going to see within our mind, within our voice, our life purpose is coming forward with more clarity, with more insight, with more understanding than it has in quite some time. We're actually coming back to ourselves. We're coming home to our existence, like to what we truly want in the joy of our soul, the energy that we're being told to be mindful of. Now, this is subconsciously is the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy. Time frame is April 20th to May 20th. So we might be having a bit of difficulty with a Taurus, but also with the high priest, with the Hierophant here. We can fall into rules and order. So a lot of times, Gemini, you were told you were too much, right? You were too creative. You didn't sit in your seat well. You were too energetic. You were too imaginative. Whatever it was, you were too much, as in you didn't follow the rules the way people wanted you to. And you're going to have a bit of a battle with that. And it's going to be a bit of a battle that you've had your whole entire life, where it was like, these are the rules. This is what you're supposed to do. And this is going to be a time where you need to see what is true for you, not what is true for everybody else. That is going to be really important. And it brings us then to the subconscious tarot message, and that is the Two of Swords. You are going to see a path open up that you hadn't before. You have also been very black and white with yourself. It's all this way or it's all that way. And now you're going to see things quite differently, and you're going to see yourself quite differently here, Gemini. You're looking at a path that you hadn't seen and that you hadn't realized, or that you gave up on. And as that starts to come into your sphere of being, as you start to have that joy and that hope, again, as the nightmares start to leave, you are more inspired, and you will see more paths open up that, again, felt like they'd never be. Almost felt like it was a cruel joke just to have them. So yeah, just be mindful. Be mindful of being too rigid with yourself and putting yourself back into the box that you have worked so hard to fight out of. Because as long as you come from a place of love, of kindness, as long as you do no harm, as long as you walk gently on this earth, then live your best life and let yourself shine. All right, Gemini, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish nothing but happiness and love and peace for each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Have a wonderful last half of September. Have a blessed September and a blessed life. Bye.